What's up, everybody? Thursday night, here we are. The week is almost over, and I can't wait for the weekend. Hope y'all doing good tonight. Oh, man, what a day, what a day. Not too shabby, though. Otherwise, hope everyone else is having a great day, a great night, wherever you are at in this fine world. Let's get the next two. We got a couple warm-ups to do, and then we'll get to all kinds of fun stuff tonight. But what do we got in here? My buddy Raz was the first tonight. He beat out Mark. I can't believe it. Good job, Raz. Good to see you, brother. Juji, good to see you. How you doing today? Mama Shred just dropping in real fast. Good to see you, Mama. We'll be seeing Brody in a little while when we're done here for our show. Steve T, what's up, bro? Good to see you again. Raz knows. Here we go. Steve T said, let's get it on. Start them engines. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Raz was loving the build-up. I was going to do my little drone intro. It's always fun to do that. Rosana, buenas noches. How you doing? Good to see you. Steve T knows that fire away. Let's do this. Raz, appreciate you, brother. Rosanna, obrigado. Southwest knows Night of the Deadly Shred has begun. Let's go. Yes, sir. Steve T says, thank you all for putting the stream together. Absolutely. This is a community event. Every time we do this, the community's here to rock. That's for sure. That's for sure. Phoenix in the house. What's up, buddy? So you can't stay modding right now, but I want to drop that like, thank you, young brother. I appreciate you. Raz is hype for it. Absolutely, absolutely. Donald James, what's up, Donald? Good to see you, brother. Oh, we got warming up to do, man, before we get into anything else tonight. So I ain't played this one in a while, so let's see how this one goes. Note at a time. Thank you for that one. It's a nice, fun introduction-y jam thing there. So let's see. I got something good for this next one. I haven't played this one in a little bit. All right, let's get that queued. And then a lot of comments. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out tonight. Sergey, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you tonight, my friend. Donald James knows the return of the living shred. That's what I'm talking about, man. Phoenix said he's doing great, and I'm doing well too, buddy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, Stevie T said right to the action. Steve T, I always want to say Stevie. Steve T wants to say right in the action. You know how we do. You know how we do. Phoenix Studios, thank you, my brother. Connor, I appreciate that, man. I do I know some Pantera, but we got to do a little warm up first. And I appreciate you hanging up. I'll definitely crank up a little Pantera for you. That's no problem at all, man. But yeah, we got to get a little warmed up here. I don't get to play all day like a lot of people in this world. But we getting there. We getting there. We getting there. I promise. I promise. Steve T knows. Get them likes up. Christopher Dorantes. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Thanks, Sean. Oh, it looks good. I'm burning through the comments right here. The less I talk, the more we play. So let's get cooking. This one's yeah, I can remember this one. All right, let's try this one out. Okay, man. Definitely, when I can do that, I'm pretty warmed up. We're going to slow it down slightly, ever so slightly on the next one. And then we'll be ready to really jump into it then. So I appreciate you hanging out with me while I get warmed up here. But great comments all around and people starting to hang out. So we appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. We certainly appreciate it. Red Raz said Ozzy would be so proud of you. That'd be amazing, buddy. I never got to meet Ozzy or audition for him or anything crazy like that, but yeah, that'd have been neat, man. That'd have been very cool. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you. Thug Life back in the house from India. Good to see you. He says, I love how you play the guitar. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Sergey says, who is the free ride? Who didn't click the like? 40 viewers, 15 likes. What's the problem? Sergey knows. Sergey's watching, everybody. Get going. Brad said he'd been looking all day for this one. I feel that, brother. It's Juji was too. Mara Games, thanks, my friend. Appreciate that. Thanks, Raz. John says, how far away is he? I don't know. How far away are you? Not that far away. Depends where you're at in the world. Well, it could be pretty far, could be pretty close. Mara Games knows what's up, man. That's right, but ain't no excuses in this world, man. Not on one, not on one. Ticked off Patriot. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well tonight. My two dogs and me. Thank you, friend. Appreciate that. Gianni Giacetti. Thank you so much, buddy. Mara Games, thanks, man. MX Revax MD says, damn, dude. I appreciate that, buddy. TikTok said, this is my third Patriot. I subbed with you. That's awesome, bro. I appreciate all the support out there. Thank you, man. Thanks, Marv. Sergey knows what's up. Thanks, Sean. And Sergey's delightfully fire. I love it. I love it. I appreciate all of those comments. I really do. Let's slow it on down. You know, I think I'm going to switch it up. But I think this song is actually in the same key as I just played. That could be awkward. So we'll do this one. I didn't play this one at all this week. Let's give it a try. Slowing it down on this one, everybody. Slowing it down. appreciate checking out that one. It's a nice way to cool down after the shred. But I think we got it covered, and we have completed our warm-up. So awesome news there. Let's see what we got tonight. I'll play some different stuff. And I don't even care. All right, we'll play that. We'll play Opus Licks. We haven't played Opus Licks in some time. But great comments out there. I appreciate each and every one of you for commenting here and hanging out and subscribing. I truly appreciate it. Sergey, there you go. Posting random. Thank you, buddy. Cedric Vert in the house. Hello to you. Jackie Giannino, thank you so much. Sergey was feeling that one. Thanks, buddy. Steve T says double tap the screen to like, match, subscribe. Absolutely. Mukil Nagel, he says you're a Fuki inspiration, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Malteser in the house, and you're effing saucy. I like it. I like it. Steve T says when you're alone, listen to Rick brings you up. Absolutely, man. We try. We try. Zachary Sayre, hello to you, and thank you so much. Sergey called it the ear balm. I like it. I like it. Micah Shorts, thank you so much, buddy. Judy said he calls this a warm-up. Laugh out loud. I know. That's what I call it. Some call it corn. We call it maize. You ever see that? Remember that commercial from back in the day? if you're a 70s or 80s kid, you remember that commercial. Malteser, thanks, buddy. How you doing, Micah? Raz said, so glad I found your streams, Rick. You're truly amazing, highly underrated. Always love listening to music. And watching you shred that beast of a guitar, real love, brother. Much love to you, Raz. You know it, brother. I appreciate you. Jeffrey says, love scrolling and seeing the backwards Cap King. I know, right? 2004 never left you. How'd you know? You're absolutely better off for it. Stay good. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Jeffrey. For sure. It's been like a symbol of my whole look since back in the day. And really started because I sweat so much on stage. When I was on stage, I would sweat incredibly. And it was the only thing that would keep the sweat out of my face for a few moments. King Kramer knows Deep Purple. Perfect. Stranger. Yeah, I was listening to some of that today, man. How'd that go? Remember my name. What TF do I do now? What's up, buddy? Micah says, hi, you're good at playing guitar. Thank you, buddy. Malteser asks, how long you been playing? 28 years. WTF knows, send it. Absolutely, buddy. Jeffrey said, I'm a super sweaty dude, too. Hell yeah. Especially when I was on stage with all the lights. And most places we toured in Europe had no AC, man. It was just like a sweat fest. A sweat fest, man. I couldn't take it, man. I didn't want to wear like a bandana or like a bandana or a headband or something like that. I was like, let's try the hat. And it worked. It worked. Maybe I get a little, sometimes it'd be so hot, a sweat would drip in my eye. I couldn't even see out my eye. I'd be like this until I could grab my towel. It's like, man, why is it so hot up here, man? And this is like in the middle of winter, too. Like, this place got no AC, bro. Juji says, welcome in, everyone. Awesome to have you here. Please do us a favor. Hit the like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Donald James remembers, where's the beef? Where's the beef? That Wendy's lady, man. There you go, Raz. Samir Viana, obrigado, mi amigo, buena noche. Malteser says OG in the game. True that, brother. Sid Herod Diajolo, hello, man. 09 Rabbit in the house saying, flawless playing, keep touring, man. Ever hear of Nuclear Rabbit Band? I have not heard of Nuclear Rabbit Band, but I'll go check it out for sure, man. I'd love to get back on tour. I really would. I don't care about the sweat. I would love to sweat tons on stage, but we got to get back out there somehow. U-Cube Metal CI, hello to you. Southwest says tough 70s pieces. Jan Ackerman's Hocus Pocus. Yeah, that's a. Or didn't Gary Hoey do it? I think Gary Hoey did a cover of that in the 90s. I think it was pretty cool. Paula, how you doing? Morgan, hello. Micah said I'm gonna go. I'm gonna to go now. Okay. Keep the gore. Love the music. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, man. We did have a friend earlier said Pantera, so we'll play a quick one of these riffs. There's for the Pantera request earlier. Told you I'd play some. Just got to warm up, man. Just got to warm up. So let's play Opus Licks. I haven't played Opus Licks in a long while. This is off my album. I do have an album out. It came out last year. It's called Until the Bitter End. It's here on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube page, click the Releases tab, and the entire album is there to stream as much as you'd like. Of course, if you'd like to buy it, you can get it on Apple Music, iTunes, or Amazon for sure. So this one's called Opus Licks. This was a big hit for me in the back in the early 2000s, so let's give it a shot. Actually, it was a little older than that, but we'll see. Opus Licks right there. I haven't played that one in a minute, actually. Whoa. That's a fun one to play. I really enjoyed that one. I always enjoyed playing that one for sure. Let's see. All right, Old Night Rabbit says, good night from Brazil. Boa noche, amigo. Great to see you. Topo Yio. Let me think. How's That's a cool song, man. Dude, you said I got to hear me some fucking Dokken. All right, we got you. You know I got some. There's Steve T, who knew Opus Licks. There you go, buddy. Micah Shorts, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. Lisa in the house. How you doing, Lisa? Great to see you tonight. Bobber McBobbin, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that there. Thank you, Juji. Thank you, Lisa. Sergey says something from Malmsteen. I don't know. How's the Duhas go? How's that go? Another riff. Du hast mich begraben. Something like that. I don't know, man. Good band, though. Good band. King85, thanks so much, brother. Steve T, thank you, my friend. Voltrain, appreciate you, bro. Thanks so much. Morgan Hutton, thank you there. Maverick as well. Appreciate that comment very, very much. Steve T says, people, get your friends to listen, subscribe, and act and like. Let's get 100. Yeah, I know, right? Let's cook it tonight, man. It's been one of those weeks, you know. When I don't stream for a week for real, YouTube punish me, man. It's gonna take a whole nother week to get back and cooking here. Well, we'll see, man. We all good. Sergey Baronov, thank you, brother. Thank you, Steve. Don says, sorry if I delay any replies. No worries, brother. Sports Cars goes 9. That's the lyric in that song. 9. Oh yeah, Juji wanted some Dokken. You know, I probably got to do the one I know best with Juji. I got to practice more of these. I keep forgetting to practice them. Well, you know, I know this one the best. My favorite. This is my favorite George Lynch solo too. Dokken, In My Dreams, George Lynch, one of his greatest solos. That is a beauty. I have more, but I don't practice them as much as I should, unfortunately. No biggie, though, no biggie. Are we going to do Destiny's Call next? Couple of comments rolled through during that one, so appreciate all the comments. What was this guy talking about? Oh. Miserloo. All right, let's see. Ruan Blocks, good to see you, buddy. Sergey, that was Dokken, In My Dreams, buddy. Yazden knows. Caster Iron Kyle says 6.6 subs. There you go, man. Juju's feeling that. Cast Iron, he's like, there you go, brother. What is this song? What am I missing? Miserloo. Is it like hard or something? I don't know. What's Miserloo, man? Dick Dale. Oh yeah, Dick Dale. How's this even go? I gotta hear it now. Okay, that's Miserloo, man. Well, I know what it is now. It's not very hard. I don't know why anyone would like play Miserloo, because that's not what I do. But I figured it out. It's easy. Sean Lamontagne, what's up, buddy? Rod Zillers, Rudy Mendez from Houston, what's up, buddy? He says, what kind of guitar pick do you use, brother? Absolutely, my friend. It is this one, the Jim Dunlop Delrin 1.5 millimeter. That's the one right there. Quiet Rack. Which one go? That's a good one right there. Bang your head. Steve knows my friend in misery. There you go, man. Romy Octavianto says, Avenged. I was trying to learn somebody. I don't know much. I was trying to learn Bad Country. I totally forgot already, but I'm going to figure it out one of these days. Yasir Saeed, good to see you, buddy. Thank you very much. All right. Let's get this Destiny's Call. It's another song off my album called Destiny's Call. Enjoy. Forgot when that ends. I was getting into that one, dang, but that's a fun one to play. Very fun, very fun. And that's called Destiny's Call, by the way. What do we got? 10:43. All right, we'll throw. I guess we'll do the classics next. We'll bust into a little speeder here. A lot of great comments, a lot of great people hanging out. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. I truly appreciate the support out there. Cyber, thanks, buddy. Thank you, Juji. Aloha, Kitty. Hello to you, my friend. Armin Rayhick, thanks for subscribing. Much appreciated. Zar Zerg, there you go. Yasir Syed. Sports Cars, you're welcome, buddy. I've heard that. I remember Dick Dale back in the day. Yeah, good old classic surf jam. I appreciate that one. Sergey, thank you, buddy. Donald says, I was trying to play along, but I put the pick down and taking this awesome song. So sick. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that, Donald. That's a fun one to play. That's another one of my Richie Blackmore homages, if you will. That's extra carbonated, man. Yeah. Hilo Imperial, hello to you, buddy. Felipe Souza, hello. Thank you, Lisa. Helio says, una maravilla, éxitos. Muchas gracias, amigo. Micah now says, bro, what have I just stumbled on? This man is shredding. Thanks, Micah. Nastasa Cho, thank you so much for the super chat. Very, very awesome of you. Thank you very much. We certainly do appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Great to see you. Steve T, thanks, brother. Thanks, Yasir. Nijan Mujib, thank you, brother. Sergey says, Rick, you're a cool guy. My respect. Thank you. Spasibo, Sergey. Okay, thank you. He says, awesome. Appreciate that. Capital Broxa says, play Fear of the Dark. I don't know that one. I stopped learning Iron Maiden after Peace of Mind, buddy. Look up Ghost of Maiden. A friend Rylan. He's amazing. He plays every Iron Maiden song there is. Pretty much every day live. Ghost of Maiden. Make sure you look him up, buddy. But I know older Maiden, my friend. Older Maiden. Nijan, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that. Thank you, Emmanuel. Don says, nah, keep Destiny's Call. This is cool. There you go, brother. Nijan says, please give us one more class. I got plenty for you. Stevie T, or Steve T. I swear to God. You're just going to change your name to Stevie T, man. So hard. Steve T says, until the bitter end. You got it, brother. Jay Lewis, was that an original track? It certainly was, my friend. Certainly was. Boquet Samuel, good to see you, brother. How you doing there? Corey Turkai asks, can you play Sleep Token? I don't know anybody. No, I sure don't. I really don't like them. I thought they were going to be cool. I listened to the very first song, had me hooked. Then every song after that was just kind of like, I didn't feel it, man. But if you love them, I hope you do. That's awesome. And they're a huge band, that's for sure. They really took off. But yeah, I just couldn't get into it after that first song, unfortunately. Nishan said, which one did you play earlier? I played Opus Licks and I played Destiny's Call back to back. Big Hoss, you got it, buddy. Micah's back. Good to see you back, brother. Mexa says, keep up the fantastic work. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Mustafa in the house. How you doing, buddy? Jay Lewis has some crazy talent, bro. How long have you been composing? Probably 30, probably almost 40 years, sadly. I've been writing songs and goofy stuff since I was a little kid, for sure. But yeah, after I went to college is when I really got some heavy-duty songwriting abilities. That's for sure. Corey, I love Black Veil Brides, man. I think they're cool. What was the one? Scream, shout, we are the fallen angels. I don't know their stuff, though. I never tried to learn it. The only stuff I learned was maybe Motionless in White. I know a bit of Motionless in White. I think they're my favorite band of like the last 10 years or whatever. I like those guys a lot. Micah, thanks for subscribing. Donald James says, no shade on Fish. My old drummer was a Fish fan. Good drummer, too. Hey, man, I never got into Fish. Fish always reminded me of like this generation's Grateful Dead or something. I mean, but yeah, if people love them, or I don't know where the context is, but if people enjoy it, hey, man, more power to them, man. Like I said, man, you listen to what you love, and that's it, man. Enjoy what you love. Don't worry about nothing else. And don't push it on no one else either. All right, this one's a fast one. It's called Speeder right here. We're going to buckle it up. If you're sitting down, buckle it up. If you're driving, pull over real quick. We're going to blast off into space with this one. It's called Speeder, everybody. Noah Speeder, hope you're safe after that one. Hey, someone get a screenshot. It's coming up. It's gonna be 66666. All sixes. One more subscriber and we got all sixes. When someone take a screenshot of what happens. There you go. Someone take a screenshot of that. Before I forget. Maybe I can take a screenshot of it. I might be able to pull it off real quick. Yes. All right. That deserves some King Diamond if you ask me. I'm gonna play some King. I'm gonna play a King Diamond solo after that one. That's what's up. And then when we hit 77777, I'm gonna play some Striper. How about that? All right, let's see. Big Hoss says they have some of my favorite songs, at least some of my least favorite. There you go, Hoss. That's good, man. Corey said he's got to see Black Veil Brides in Toronto too. He goes, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I like Andy Six or Andy Biersack. Amazing singer. He's an awesome dude too, man. I've seen a lot of interviews with Andy. Man, he's just a super cool guy, man. But yeah, I was listening to them when they came out with that first album, or the first major album they put out. That's some good stuff on there. Kofer, how's it going, brother? All right, Lisa, no problem. Dustin Ermenheiser says, let's hear your favorite Pantera. Well, we've already played Domination. We've already played Floods. How about this one? We played a lot of Pantera. That's the third Pantera. I don't think I know any more of Pantera after that one. Maybe Walk, I think, if I remember. Enrique Hernandez, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Nijan was buckled up. There you go, buddy. Donald had the race cars out. That's what I'm talking about. Steve knew buckle up. Dimebag Coins, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Dustin said Yngwie Malmsteen Jr. That's what I like to hear. Thank you, brother. I love it. Thank you, man. Steve says, shred it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dean, what's up, Dean? Good to see you. He says, let it rip. Omar Jacinto, thank you so much, buddy. Coffee Cake Loving Bish, dropping some jewels. Thank you so much for the jewels, Coffee. Appreciate that. Lord Venom, rock out. Appreciate you there. Thank you so much. Juju is feeling the blazing steel on that one. Thank you, Juji. Juan Otovado, there you go, brother. Muchas gracias, amigo. Lord Venom, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yogesh Darshan, hello to you, buddy. Thank you, Steve. There you go, Dustin. Joe Jones, thank you, buddy. Natalie D. Lee, thank you so much. She says, well, I love it, Natalie. Thank you so much for that. Looks like we have some Thai language there. He or she said hello, or hi, how you doing? Judy said, I'm not safe, 3rd degree burns, I don't know. John Jose said, I think I'm safe. Someone take a pic. I got one. I got it. Thank you, Lisa. Eric Jasso, hello, buddy. Yogesh, thank you, buddy. Dean Wiseman knows Mr. Elite. Yes, sir. Natalie says, effing amazing. Thank you so much, Natalie. There you go, Juji. A quintet of sixes. Quintet? Yes, quintet. Indeed. Donald James, if y'all think watching Rick play Spears fun, try playing that. I know. Boys and Daggers, how you doing, brother? Dustin said, just crap my pants again. One, pronounce my last name right, thank you. Nailed the riff on the spot. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Poison Dagger knows where's the dew. We had to go a little bit of Cabo Citrus, man. I forgot to put some voltage in the night, sadly. Dave Applebed knows 2 weeks till the Pens are back, buddy. Yes, sir. Hockey season's coming soon, brother. Coming soon, man. And we got the Tampa Bay Lightning too. So yeah, it should be a nice season. We're waiting on it. Thank God football started mostly. What was I gonna do next? Okay, we're gonna do for the quintet of sixes. We gotta do a King Diamond solo. Maybe we'll do Mr. Crowley too. These are very 6 triple six things. All right. All right, so we'll do a King Diamond then Mr. Crowley, real quick. Like, where's Welcome Home, man? There's Welcome Home. All right, Mr. King Diamond, Andy LaRock solo. Let's go here. King Diamond, welcome home. Mr. Andy LaRock's guitar solo on that one. Then we'll do this one here. Mr. Crowley, another 6/6/6 thing. Mr. Crowley right there. So here we go. We hit 5 6s, 66,666 subscribers. So we played a Mr. Crowley and a King Diamond. You gotta love it. Next time, like I said, when we hit 777, we'll be playing some Striper. I'll have a Striper song ready for that one for sure. What time is it? 11. It was 11 o'clock. All right, we're just getting warmed up around here, huh? What we got? What do we got? Oh yeah. Steve wanted to hear Until the Bitter End, so we'll get that ready to go. We got a lot of comments to read, so I appreciate it all you got. Yeah. Let's see where we leave off with. Okay, here we go. Adnan Sarkar, hello, buddy. Good to see you from Bangladesh. How you doing, my man? Iago Sousa from Brazil. Boa noche, amigo. Anthony Warren. Whoa, how's it been, brother? Good to see you again, man. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Dustin Fields, the Kings going to do it this year. There you go. Los Angeles got the money, man. I hope they got the team. But, yeah, we'll see. So you never know what's going to happen in hockey season. Donald says Raiders got to get to 2-2. But, man, they don't. It didn't look good this week. That's right, yeah. We talked about it for sure. The offensive line is garbage, man. Garbage. The offensive line got to do some work, man. Hard work. Angus Beef Supreme, thanks, brother. Iago, thank you. Steve, there you go, buddy. Pomenko says, randomly scrolled into this, and this is awesome. Thanks, brother. Pellet says the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland uses 666. Look, really? That's crazy, man. That's kind of scary. Donald James says, is that solo harder than Trapped in the Corner? No, not at all. No. The Welcome Home solo is like child's play compared to Trapped in the Corner. It's crazy. He just puts so much into that Trapped in the Corner solo. And he was probably just improvising too, which is the craziest thing.
But yeah, the Welcome Home solo, I don't want to say it's easy or anything. I've been playing that one since I was a young kid, probably 17 or so. I was be able to play the Welcome Home solo. That's what I did. I learned like Andy's stuff like crazy. Like I learned every solo he did on Abigail and Them and Fatal Portrait. I really loved learning his stuff. Thank you, Richard Kasparian. Appreciate that. Steve knows you're in for a show. Huey in the house says, Rick, looking good, brother. I can't get on the lightning train. I feel you, brother. I mean, we live in the area, so it's that's our secondary team, mostly. That's a home team at least. But yeah, for me, it's the Penguins is my favorite team. I gotta get me a Penguins shirt or something, man. I always forget to get one. Thanks, Steve. CMM, how you doing, buddy? Looks like we got a possible Russian name. He says, you rock. Thank you so much. Anthony said, I was blind temporarily, so I haven't been on my phone, but my sight is back. That's great to hear, buddy. I'm sorry to hear anything happened. Man, that sucks, brother, but I'm glad you're okay, man. I'm glad. Piece of mulch. That was Mr. Crowley, the solo for Mr. Crowley. Donald James said he loved that Mr. Crowley version. That's the beauty of doing covers. They make their own. Yeah, it's true, I mean, I used to be like into getting it perfect or whatever, trying to note for note it. Then it got to the point I was like, I'm gonna get the main parts that people care about, and then after that, I'm just gonna do my thing. But some of the Andy stuff is pretty close. It just depends, man. It just depends. Dre in the house says, "Need you, Nissy's Fire, working on live." Nice, bro. That sounds pretty wild. Anthony says, crazy, remember that all on the fly. I know, man. Somehow my brain still functions pretty good. I have a pretty good memory, thank God. After all the drugs and alcohol I've done in my life, probably not doing it for a long time now has helped me. It's probably regenerated some brain cells, thank God. JIS, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. There's another Sepultura. I don't think there's anyone on YouTube playing Sepultura, but I appreciate you, brother. Sepultura's a great band. Vincenzo from Germany, willkommen, mein Herr. It's going to be Guten Tag for you right now. Very nice, very nice. Rudy, how you doing? He said, what do you think about Michelangelo Band? It's great. I've known him for a while. Amazing player. One of the best. I saw him live back in like 1990 with Nitro. Amazing, dude. That was the first time I got to meet him, and then I've talked to him on Facebook and stuff because we are friends, which is nice. Steve says 107 likes. Well done, absolutely. Jansky Official says, shred for me, bro. Make my day. You got it, my friend. RBL says, keep on working on your work and you will succeed. Thank you, buddy. I am. I'm working hard this year. CMM says, that's CDs or books on the shelf. DVDs. Tons. I got a ton of DVDs, bro. Lots of concerts and other stuff, man. Lots of wild stuff. Asal Music from Indonesia. Good to hear. Good to see you. Anthony said, thanks, good to be back, hearing some shredding. Absolutely, bro. It's great to see you again here, man. Donald James says, yeah, Brody has his own version of crowd. He does. He's getting it. He wants to get it perfect, though. He's getting close, man. RBL says, can you guitar for a minute, please? Yeah, I will. I'm going to play for about a whole bunch of minutes here in a minute. Anthony says, I have a theory Mountain Dew makes you shred hard. It does, brother. It does. CMM says, also nice Indiana Jones Funko. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love Indiana Jones. Rick Hickman and us, how you doing, brother? Don says, these people complain you didn't play it exactly how it's supposed to be. What are you going to do? I know. I know. Unfortunately, when Ozzy passed away, I wasn't able to make videos that week. And I just went through and found the best cut of me doing Mr. Crowley, and it wasn't perfect at all. But, of course, you get those people, this is pretty good, bro, I think Randy'd be proud, but, you did miss a few parts. Like, whatever, I don't care, man. God bless Ozzy, man. Screw you, commenter. Anyway, this one's the title track to my album. It's called Until the Bitter End. Let's do this. Harpsichord Club, unite.
Okay, there you go. Until the bitter end. Man, what a cranker that was. That was fun. All right. I think we got all kinds of stuff we can do now. Let's see. We got a lot of comments. So I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with me tonight. Let's see where we leave off with there. Anthony said he got Heaven and Hell and Holy Diver because ooh man, two great records, two fantastic records with DL right there. Steve knows, Ju G knows too. Video enjoyer, thank you very much, my friend. Corey asks, what do you think of Dark Divine? If you ever heard of them, I've never heard of them. No, are they newish? Unfortunately, my friend, I don't listen to too much of anything anymore. I listen to a lot of stuff that I listened to when I was a kid, in the 80s, and I think out of the last 10 years or so, I've gotten into Motionless in White, Falling in Reverse, Black Veil Brides, and Bullet for My Valentine. Those are like the bands I kind of got into when that genre started hitting. But yeah, I don't really listen to too much new stuff or a new band. What band? I can't even think of new bands that I've heard in a while. There's a lot of them out there, buddy. There's so many bands, it's unreal anymore. They did an interview with Yngwie Malmsteen the other day, and it came out today. And, there's so many bands out there, it's just impossible. There's no one, it's hard to stand out, There's so many bands. It used to be, there was only a certain amount of bands that made it, and that's how it happened. Now there's so many, the floodgates open for so many bands to be able to record and do whatever. But it's not making an impact like it did, It's hard to make an impact anymore. So it's tough. And there's just a ton of bands. There's probably thousands and thousands of new metal bands and stuff on Spotify or here on YouTube. It's just impossible to keep up. But you find your favorites and you enjoy it, man. That's the best thing to do. You're welcome, Steve. Isaiah Flores Aguilar, thank you, buddy. Hoppy Goblin House, there you go. Good to see you. Thanks, RBL. Victor Lobo, thank you, brother. Red Raz Nose, there you go, bro. RBL, so I'm so happy when you are seeing my chat because other lives cannot see my chat. Okay. Well, no problem, RBL. Good to see you, and thanks for hanging out. Bo Kep, appreciate that, brother. Raz, Steve, thank you. Alejandro Massolini, thank you so much, buddy. Raz knows. The GOAT, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Alejandro, thank you. Mario de Oliveira from Brazil. Obrigado, mi amigo, y buena noche. Willie Moy says, Beatles or Stones on 3. Beatles. Hoppy Gassi back for some shreds. Mob Metal wants some Yngwie. I want some Yngwie too. Let's do it. Anthony says, do you know anything about Iced Earth breaking up? Any thoughts? Did they? I mean, John Schaefer, first off, John Schaefer got in big trouble because he was at the January 9th, whatever, the thing that happened in Washington. He was there, so he got literally indicted. He is free again. But during that time, apparently, he became a Christian, which is great, which is fine. And so, yeah, he's going to do something different, I think. As far as with Iced Earth's concerned, I haven't heard news too much about what's going on, but I do know that he became a born-again Christian. That's the last thing I know. Hoppy says he don't feel sick anymore at all today and feeling amazing. That's what I like. Mob Mel knows that. Rising Force, that's a classic. That's a pretty good song. Not as good as the classics, though. I'm going to play some classics. Donald James says, too many bands to keep track of. I hear new bands every freaking week. Some good, the most I don't care. It's hard. It's hard. Hence why I just don't listen, man. I'll listen to a track or something. Someone goes, bro, you got to hear this band. Okay, I'll give it a listen. But most of the time, I'm like, it's not my cup of tea, And my brain's already full enough. Mark's in the house. There you are, Mark. Ma Bell knows Alexi Leho. Yeah, he was a great guitar player. God rest his soul and rest in peace. Corey says, what are your top 5 favorite songs and what band plays the songs? Wow, that's a good question. Probably Deep Purple, Child in Time. Judas Priest, Electric Eye. Rainbow, Stargazer. Iron Maiden, Power Slave. Yeah, wow, what's another good one? I'm trying to think of a fifth one, bro, because there's so many. How about Primal Fear, Chainbreaker? There you go. Extreme says, do you remember the simulcast concert back? I certainly do. Yeah, man. Those were cool on the radio and everything, man. Raz says, Ricky, ever been to a Woodstock concert? I sure haven't, buddy. No way, man. I'm not a big fan of going to concerts anymore, especially outdoor ones. I hate outdoor concerts, that's for sure.
But yeah, last thing we saw, Raz, was 9 Inch Nails a couple weeks ago in a nice arena. Beautiful, beautiful. Mark said he's sorry he's late. Brody was early. That's no problem, buddy. We're happy you support any of us, my friend. Appreciate you. RBL says, wait a minute, I got to do something. All right, well, do your thing. Mark's happy to be here. We appreciate seeing you, buddy. Donald James says, there's a new band called Dungeon Crawl that I like. Their own premise revolves around D&D themes. Interesting. Dungeon Crawler. My man said something about Yngwie, so we'll play some Yngwie jams. See, I mean, you know, he said Rising Force. Yeah, that's a cool one. That's a cool one. That's post-accident Yngwie. It's not as good, bro. Pre-accident Yngwie is the best, and this one's one of his best ever. I'll see the light tonight. That's the best Yngwie right there, man. Anything prior to Rising Force is the best Yngwie, in my opinion, of course. That's when he was fiery, man. He was just on fire back then. Then he had that car accident, man, and his style changed. Guaranteed, his style changed a little bit. That's what happens, man. Yngwie was a wild child, man. He was a wild, crazy dude. All right, let's see what we got. 20 after. Let's do some stuff. What I got? I got a list of songs I haven't played in a while. All right, this one Donald knows it. Donald would be happy. This one, Intimidator time. He ain't played that at all. We got a lot of comments to go through, so I appreciate everyone hanging out. We got about 40 minutes left, so we'll be playing a couple more, definitely a few more songs here. Hoppy Gob says, outdoor concerts are the worst, especially when it's all hot and sweaty. I know. I think the last outdoor concert I've been to, I mean, I had to play outdoor concerts. I'll play an outdoor concert all day. Just go to hang out, though. Now, the last one I went to was probably, like as a fan, was the Monsters of Rock tour back in like 89 or something. Long time ago. There you go, Red. Raz feeling it. Bentley Roberts, hello to you, buddy. Mob L says they saw the anniversary concert for Power Slave. They played the entire record front to back, even Ryan the Engineer. Sick, dude. I saw the original concert when I was a kid, man. I saw a lot of them. I saw like Iron Maiden Power Slave tour. I saw Judas Priest, Defenders for the Faith tour. What else did I see? I seen Kiss back in the late 70s. See like Whitesnake, Ozzy with Jake on the Bark at the Moon tour. Queensryche. And we went to a bunch of concerts. We had a really nice college. It was called the Richfield Coliseum in Ohio, where I was from, and they just had every big band came through there, man. Mark said he tired. I feel that, brother. Corey, thanks, brother. Have a great one, man. Don said he's seeing Yngwie next week at the Aftershock Fest. Oh yeah, I just saw Yngwie posted about he's doing his 40th anniversary of him being solo tour or something. So yeah, he's got a bunch of dates coming up, man. Mario Oliveira, thanks, brother. RBL, thank you so much, our friend. Chris Liggett says he felt a disturbance in the force and he found the cause. Absolutely, absolutely. Jazz the guitarist says, sorry, Rick, I don't got $2 for you. That's all right, buddy. You being here is all I care about, man. I mean, I got money. I make money at work, man. And anything that comes through here just goes towards my studio here and stuff like that. So appreciate you being here, Jazz. So no worries at all, my friend. Raz says Woodstock '99 would have been horrid. So many good bands, and I had to think of the worst. If you watched it, I did watch that, dude. It was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous. And if anyone's got Hulu, a new series came out today called Into the Void, and it's really cool. It's like a bunch of, unfortunately, a lot about the people that have passed away or some weird stuff that happened in metal, but there's like a Chuck Schuldiner segment, a Randy Rhoads segment, Judas Priest on trial for the Better By You, Better Than Me song. There's a bunch of stuff. It's like 6 or 7, maybe 8 episodes. If you have Hulu, check it out, Into the Void. I watched the Death one today. It was really, really good. Cinderella, let me think. How's that go? I used to the Cinderella Night Songs record. It is a classic, man. That's some great stuff. Red Red says 9 Inch Nails are amazing. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Stardust. Is the fan around here, but I know their stuff. You know, I listened to it back in the '90s. You know, it was always on MTV and on the radio. But yeah, it was a sick concert. Man, it was a fantastic concert. We gotta do Floods again. I appreciate you saying you're amazing. I appreciate it. That's a cool one. Thanks, Nathan. See, Stardust said, Red, my favorite. Yeah. Stardust was feeling it. It was a great show. The sound and lighting was like next level. I don't think I've seen a show like that in a long time that had the amazing lights and sound there. I mean, it was crushing sound. It was amazing. Donald James said, first time he saw me was the Fear of the Dark tour. Very nice. Raz said he saw Youngblood live once and he was really good, especially towards the crowd. He seems like a good kid, man. He seems like a pretty good kid. I've heard a little bit of his stuff. Yeah, seems like a really good kid. Bob Mel said one of his favorite concerts was Sonata Arctica. Oh, those guys are sick, bro. Very sick, man. Amazing band. Mark said he never been to a concert. You will, buddy. You will. Always something happening, buddy. Maybe your parents will take you or someone out there. But yeah, you'll get to one, buddy. You'll get to one. Extreme Recluse now says he hates. I hate indoor concerts. I feel you. Or outdoor concerts. Yeah, they're required to limit the volume to close the community. Indoor concerts don't limit the volume. It's true, man. It's true. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. That we were at the Tampa Arena here, and it was crazy loud, but not loud enough that my ears hurt or anything. You know, it was pretty cool. Bob Bell, was that Power Mill? That's what's up, brother. Thanks, RBL. Donald James says on Hulu. Yeah, on Hulu. 100% Hulu, buddy. Zachary Lee will totally play a solo for you, buddy. RBL says, are you in a concert before? Yeah, buddy. I used to be on tour. From 1999 to 2005, I was on tour with Rob Rock. And Leash Law as well. We did a little touring with Leash Law, too. Dude, you said, let's hear some Judas Priest if you haven't played him yet. Oh, you got it. You got it. Nathan said, holy shit, thanks for playing Floods. You just always amazed me, bro, and make me want to quit playing guitar because I feel that, brother. And thank you, man. Never quit guitar because of anybody. Just play because you love to play and have fun with it, bro. And you never know where it might take you. You never know. Mel, thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for subscribing. Metal Mark in the house. What's up? He says, I like the color of the guitar. I'm guessing at Jackson. You guessed correct every time, man. Yeah, this is a nice one. I like this one a lot. This candy blue is the color of this. It's very nice. Mom Mel says Encepherium was great in Therion. Oh, yeah, Therion. One of my favorite songs from Megatherion is that 2 Megatherion on it. Dun 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 dun. That's a badass song, dude. Nathan said, I used to play all the time every day for about 9 hours. Then I had a kid. Yeah. Then I became single father. Then depression hit. And it's been hard to play. I feel that, bro. Yeah, nowadays, sadly, man, no one's got time, man. The time is hard, man. And you, to become, some crazy guitar player, you got the 9 hours a day has to be there, man, for a while until you are in that spot. But I feel it, man. Nowadays, dude, there's so many distractions in the world. I got tons of distractions, but luckily, I did all this when I was a kid. I learned everything I knew now as a kid, and I had nothing to do except go to school. So that's how it worked for me. But nowadays it's tough, man. It's tough. I barely get to practice at all. Playing these live streams is kind of my practice anymore. Have a great one, Mark. Metal Mark says, Love Bites come to USA. Dang, dude. That could be interesting. Bob Mel says, Jackson has a nice action and more of a skinny neck. Yeah, I like him. He says, not his thing, but very nice. Yeah, everyone's got their own favorite for sure. I've been playing Charvels and Jackson since 1986. So I've not played anything but a Charvel or a Jackson since that time, man. And I love it, man. I love it. All right, here we go. This one's for Juji. Classic Judas Priest. If I remember where it starts at. That's a great one right there. That's one of my favorite Judas Priest songs right there. That whole album, Screaming for Vengeance, is on a whole nother level. On a whole nother level, man. All right, let me go back to that one there. There was a little quick Judas Priest break. Let's see. Nathan said, but after I had my daughter, she's amazing, interested in piano. That's great. And I focus on that with her, and I learned it with her, and now we have her interest in his drum set. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's awesome to see. When you have a kid that you can kind of pass those traits along down, and piano is an amazing instrument to learn. I learned a lot when I was a kid. I learned piano. I never played the drums though. I know how to play drums. I had one of the best drummers in the world show me everything. But yeah, I'd love to have like electric kid here, but we didn't have no room for it. That's the problem. But that's great, dude. Yeah, I mean, definitely do everything you can to encourage her, and that's amazing, bud. I can't see that name. It looks a little bit Russian to me, but he says, hello, Rick. Hello, buddy. Chris said he had a Chevelle. Man, bro. He's a tough room. I know. Metal Mark says the Frozen Crown uses all Jacksons. They sure do, man. Yep, I need to get on that. Jam. But I don't think I'm as big as the Frozen Crown, sadly. We're getting there. Chris Liggett, thanks, buddy. Chris said, give him some cheese, he's shredding. 2G knows it. There you go. Damon, thanks, bro. Red Rat says, my neighbors must really love me. They keep banging the wall. Oh, shoot. Nathan says, bro, you deserve all the love for how you've been able to play and all the hate from guitarists. I wish they was you. Hell yeah. There you go, brother. Donald James, though, Richard Christie is sick, dude. Richard Christie's like, man, it was just so awesome to hang with him, you know. I literally had like a free drum teacher, you know, and he taught me so much, you know, on how to write a drum part. And that's the cool thing about it, man. That's how all my drum sounds are like almost human, because I know where to put stuff, which is cool. RBL says, guess how many people watching? Well, I got 85 people watching here, my brother. Hopefully you got a whole bunch watching over there, man. That's awesome. Mark says, since you got the Deep Purple shirt on, have you played Highway Star? I sure haven't, but I will. After this Intimidator, we'll play that for you, brother, because you know I love it. But this one's a newer one this year. It's called Intimidator. Let's us go.
Intimidator right there, boys. That's a good one. Oof. That's a fun one to play. A mean riff. That's a mean riff right there. I love that riff in that song. Let's see. What was I going to do? I was going to do Highway Star from Mr. Mark. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If I can find it. There we go. Highway Star. There it be. All right, we'll cue that up for Never the One next. A little Deep Purple. Since I'm wearing a Deep Purple shirt, why not play some Deep Purple? Let's see. Bieber, how you doing, buddy? Thanks, RBL. Zachary Ferrino, hello. Donald says, you remember watching a clip of Howard Stern backstage. The other co-hosts were making fun of Richard. And Richard used some barbecue sauce. The other guy. Richard has some abuse on that show, man. He take it like a champ, though. He's too funny, man. Thanks, Paco. Dog Eating House. How you doing, dog? Thanks, RBL. Great to see you, buddy. Bryce is like, you don't know what happened there. I feel you. Mob Mail. Thanks, bro. Ben B. Thanks. And Chan says, he's so effing casual about it, too. Guy's a legend. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. What'd he say? We have to see. Bryce feels it's funny. He thinks it's funny. Bryce literally has like a picture of two horses on his as his avatar. Oh, I see. Bryce is a brain rotted Fortnite player. Got it. Okay. So if anyone wants to know about Bryce, he's a Fortnite player. Looks like he won a match once too. Not too bad, bro. Real hard, man. Fortnite is for kids, man. It's a kid's game, bro. So you must be a kid. Anyway, I don't know. Doggy, thanks, brother. Metal Mark says, Rick, what thing or things in particular had you learned musically in the past to help you most able to compose your song? Breaking down symphonies and concertos and stuff like that. We had to dissect a lot of classical pieces. So that helped me out understanding sections, writing in sections. Jazz guitar helped me even further, kind of expanding my mind and knowing how to modulate chord progressions and stuff so I could play different keys in a song, not just be playing it in one key the whole time. Thanks, Enchanter. Thanks, Donald. Michael Esposito, feeling it. Thank you, buddy. Bob Bell said that song has some feel to it. Dope. Thanks, brother. Thank you, Michael. I am Total Riri. This is totally badass. Dan, this man can play. That is awesome. Wow, it isn't enough. Dan is so cool. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that, man. I know, yeah. That's that passive aggressiveness, Stardust. It's like I know that Stardust hates Eminem, but Eminem has a lyric says, "Compliment me on a line and diss me on the next." That's what that is. Compliment and a diss all in one. Anyway. Yeah, true that, Ben B. What's up, Ash? Dean says, you have a rare attitude. It's great to see. Thanks, Dean. Appreciate you, brother. There you go, Mob. Donovan Rowe, hello to you, my friend. Twisted Twixer. Spasibo. Mob Bell said, I agree. Yeah. Bryce is a pro Fortnite player. Watch out, everybody. He's a pro Fortnite player. He's got #1 Fortnite Royale, boy. I mean, dude. Yeah. Why don't you play some Warzone or something, bro? I'll play in Warzone. Donovan, much love to you, brother. Much love to you. Oh, you be banned. Stardust banned him. Darn it, man. I want to throw down a 1v1 in any Call of Duty game. Anyone. Let's go. I've even run a dang sniper on this kid. Raz says, it's a really good stream. You're a blessing. Thank you, Raz. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Donald says, some trolls think they're sneaky. Can't get past the Moscow. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? All right, this one is from Metal Mark, my homeboy. Highway Star. Let's do this. Everybody gonna drive my car, I'm gonna race it to the ground. You know what the next one I'm gonna throw up here real soon is Death Alley Driver from Rainbow. It's a very similar jam, but a crazier solo than that. So crazy. Oh, what was next? Oh yeah, man, I ain't played this in a minute right now, but let's see these comments. I'll surprise you with the next one. Let's see. There you go, Mob. Devon Snyman from South Africa. Great to see you. How you doing out there, man? I heard some news about South Africa that they might be bringing Kyalami, the racetrack Kyalami, back to the Formula One calendar. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Mob Mel knows, don't try and diss a metalhead. You'll lose every time. It's true. And don't diss a metalhead that has an education. Because I got smarts all day. Metal Mark says, thanks, Rick. Don't be driving while listening to this song. It's true. Actually, I did drive to it the other day. But I can drive slow. My foot is, I actually drive past the jail and the entire sheriff's department. I keep it pretty chill. Don't you worry. Mad Notes, thanks, brother. Raphael knows Highway Star. Yes, sir. Thank you, Lisa. Ash, thanks, brother. Extreme says Burns his favorite. Oh yeah, I have the solo to it. I didn't. Praise, that's my favorite riff. I had the solo. I haven't played it in a while. Unfortunately, I never really learned it exactly. I was close, but that's a great solo, though, man. There you go, Mob Mel. That's what's up, brother. All right, we're gonna play the song called Apocalyptic. I haven't played this one in a while. I don't think I played it all this week, so we're gonna try that one out. This one's kind of crazy. Get ready. It's like a classical overture right here. right, that was Apocalyptic right there. That's one of my overtures. That's a crazy jam right there for sure. I love it, man. I love that. I love those choirs, the Latin choir. That's sick, man. I love it. All right, man. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for subscribing. We cracked over the 66700 number. Thank you so much, everyone, for subscribing tonight. I appreciate your support. I really, really do. Let's see. Drag Me in the House says, "Hey, brother, watch from Ireland, and I watched the video in Germany. Very nice, yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yeah, there's a couple videos of me overseas. I have a lot of them on DVD, but I don't have rights to put them out, so I put a couple out hiddenly. But yeah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you watching that." Ash asked, "When did you start playing guitar?" I was 14 years old. That was 1985. Long time ago. Extreme Recluse says, "Got to get up early. Take it easy. Have a great one, brother. Have a great tomorrow, too, man." Flute Chihuahua, thank you so much. Thank you, Juji. Flute says, "Freaking gnarly." Appreciate that, bro. Juji said that choir was choice. I love this program that I have. It's called Requiem Nova, and it's from Sound Paint. It's sublime. It's sublime. The choirs on this thing are sublime for sure. Chris Whitaker knows, "What's your excuse? Pick it up and practice." Absolutely, brother. Flute Chihuahua, loving it. Thank you. Devon, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Lisa's chasing an escape artist. Look out. There you go, Chris. Absolutely, brother. Hearing Colors in the house. How you doing, bro? Good to see you again. Thank you so much. Stanley Uchi, thanks. Extreme said, "That's so melodic. It jumps up and down the fretboard. Looks so dope." It's a hard one. It's hard. A lot of crazy stuff going on there. Thank you, Lisa. Chris says, "Someone throw some water on that guitar. It's on fire." Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Mob Metal says, "You ever listen to the Chug Project?" I have not. Oh, Ola England. Yeah. It was actually David Guetta. Kind of confusing. I know of Ola. I've watched some Ola videos, but yeah, I never get into his Does It Gent. Oh wait, is he the one that does it gent or does it chug? That's Ola. Does it chug? Yeah. Yeah, I only know so much. I don't subscribe to him, but I see some thumbnails of him on my timeline, and he's like interviewed some really cool people, so I watched the interviews and stuff. Thanks, Simon. Appreciate that. H71 says, "Can you do Believer song?" The Ozzy? "I'm a believer, I ain't no deceiver." Is that the one? Chris Ricker says, "Hey, Rick, can you give me a rig rundown?" Absolutely, buddy. So obviously I got the guitar. This is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro from 92. Actually, any 92, 93, 94, 95 guitar was very similar. I plugged this into a Revolution 2x2 from Blackline Audio. That goes into my computer. It's an Alienware PC, is what I use. From there, I go into what's called Studio 1.7. It's a digital audio workstation from PreSonus. Within that, I have a plugin called Amplitude 5 that's basically an amplifier plugin, which I use a Marshall JTM45 Plexi amp and an MXR Distortion Plus pedal, and that is it. I do have a third-party delay and reverb on the side, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It's pretty simple. I keep it very, very simple. Donald J says, "You can share those videos in a secret Zoom meeting of paid subscribers." That's true. If anyone wants to see them. It's just like, I have a lot of concerts. I've got like probably 7 or 8 concerts on DVD from Europe and stuff. Some of them were good, some of them were not so good, Some of them were great sound, some of them were terrible sound. But yeah, I put a few of them out on there's a video I have called Rick Renstrom Time Machine that's got old videos and stuff, some cuts. Because I can't really use Rob's voice. I don't have rights to use Rob's voice. I can put my solos and stuff, but I gotta be careful because you can get copyrighted with that stuff too. Donald J said, "That's one crazy sweepstake to the fight." It is, yeah. That's a 3-octave sweep up and down on that one, man. It's crazy for me. You should see Tyler do it, man. Tyler makes it look easy. Like, wow, how does he do it? I'm like, for me, it's like I gotta be focused on that one. Oh, there you go, FJZ Magic Solo, Axel. I love Axel. I've known Axel since 2000. Wow, 2000. Well, I went on tour with Axel.
What an amazing dude. I love Axel. I don't know too much. I never learned any of his songs. Whatever Rob did, we did, God, what was that tune? Can you see me screaming down the highway? Nasty Reputation. I got a nasty reputation from town to town. That's all I ever learned. There's another one we messed with too. I can't remember what it was. Anto Ari, hello, buddy. Chris Whitaker, thanks, my friend. Angela Ricchetti, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for subscribing, brother. Appreciate that very, very much. I think I'm going to play this harpsichord jam. I hope I remember it, though. Oh, God, I don't know. All right, this could be a disaster. I really don't remember. Hang on. Let me just hear something real quick. You get a little preview. Okay, this is the same key. All right, this one's called Spark. Another Mountain Dew inspired song. See if I can remember all of it. I hope you enjoy it. This one's called Spark. It's probably the last tune of the night, most likely. It's almost 11. It's almost midnight here. I got to get up, go to work tomorrow. Also, I need to watch South Park. I need to watch Beavis and Butthead, and I need to play Borderlands 4. Very busy night after this. After this show, we'll be going to Brody the Super Shredder's channel. If he's still going, for a little live action over there. But this one, again, is called Spark. Hope you enjoy it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe. And if this song doesn't do it for you, don't know what else will. But I thank you so much for hanging out and supporting me tonight. So check it out, Spark.
crazy song. I love that solo part in that song. That solo part is probably the best part of the whole song. It's really crazy, right? I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it, but thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out tonight. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything here. And we'll read these comments and get out of here for sure. I almost missed that Dan Anderson, brother. Thank you so much, man. He said he shared it out and smashed the likes. Brother Dan, you rock, brother. I appreciate you. You know I do. You know I do. Let's see. Chris Ricker, I got that. Okay, Broccoli Boy said he added a humbucker in the bridge position to his black Strat. Very nice, man. That's the way to go. I do have a Fender Floyd Strat that has a humbucker and the 2 single coils. You got to have a humbucker, I think, these days, man. You really got to have one for sure. Tito J, thanks for subscribing, my friend. Appreciate that. Liquid again said, "What do you feel like? What are you feeling tonight at the gym?" That last song right there, brother. Judy said, "I got to get my fill of harpsichord." There you go. Plenty of it right there. Plenty of it. Thanks, Donald. Hoppy guy said, "I got to work tomorrow. I won't be able to watch anymore." No problem, Hoppy. We'll see you again soon enough, brother. Appreciate you. Rhonda Baker, how you doing? She says, "Hi, I missed your music." Oh, well, thank you, Rhonda. We missed you too. We haven't seen you in a couple nights, but glad to see you tonight. But we got to get out of here right now. Let's see. David Heslop, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that. What did Mike have to say? You're missing some notes. Yeah, I am. I did. I missed so many notes, Michael. Missed more notes than you'll ever see. Unfortunately, Michael is just a troll. Just a troll. Mike AA with the big M, you know, big moron. No subscribers, no videos, no nothing. Yeah, whatever, Mike. No one cares about Mike. Mike's a loser. Mike has no life and will never have a life. He will forever be a true loser. So, yeah. I'm going to stop right there before I say something harmful. Anyway, here you go, Lisa. She said, "Bye, Mike." I know, right? Ice Cold said, "You've been playing for almost 6 years. I wish I could shred as good as you, man." You can, Ice Cold, brother. You got to work extra hard. And if you'd like, go to my channel, bro. Go to my channel. I've got a video called The Exercise that every guitarist should know. I promise you, if you watch the video, learn the exercise, do what I say, 30 days for 20 minutes a day, you'll see an incredible change in your playing, bro. I promise you. I promise you. Rhonda, thank you so much, Rhonda. I truly appreciate that. Ice Colds, thanks for subscribing, my friend. I do appreciate it. I hope you do check out the video. Please do. Please do. But if anyone's interested, join my Discord as well. I am teaching a current lesson on how to understand modes. So we're going at a slow speed, but if you want to join my Discord and learn how to play modes correctly, how to play in key properly, join my Discord and check it out. Thank you, David. Appreciate that, brother. Paul Garcia, thank you very kindly for that one. David Millie says, "Can you shred on bass?" I want to see. I don't have a bass, brother, but yes, I can shred on a bass easily. My old bass player could play as fast as me. So we tested it out. I played his bass, and I could play as fast as him on a bass. It was pretty funny. Raz, have a great one, brother. Take care today. Jagger Manupo says, "Hi, brother. I play guitar too." That's awesome, bro. Good to see. Juan Carlos Escobar, hello to you, buddy. Mike, Donald said he must have missed it. Yeah, he didn't miss much. He said he said I was missing a few notes. Not sure, how to take that. Oh, Mike, you got me, bro. Anyway, FCG said some Power Quest band. Power Quest? That sounds like something from I don't even know. Power Quest. I never heard of it, dude. Honestly. Brian Sullivan, good to see you, buddy. Rhonda, have a great night. Thank you so much. Juji, there you go. Yeah, Raz going to call it a night right there. He says 5 a.m. Neighbors can't handle no more heat. I know. We come back tomorrow night, Raz. We'll turn up a chaotic calm for him. How about that? Ford guy in the house. What's up, brother? Well, it was a very nice night. We did a little bit better than last night. Looking like 12,000 views tonight. And we got over the 66,700 hump. So appreciate everyone supporting me tonight and watching. I appreciate it very much. We're going to head over to Brody the Super Shredders live right now. Brody's a 16-year-old guitar player. Plays classic stuff, plays modern stuff. Got a great Marshall tone. Gotta love it. So we're going to have some fun over there. Come on and join me. I'm going to send us over there. You just click a button. It'll put you in the chat with them and watching this video. So beyond that, I want y'all to stay safe.
I want you to take care of each other. I want you to be good to each other because that's all we got. I'll be back Friday night. That's September the 26th at 10 p.m. once again. So come on back and chill with us. And on top of that, make sure you hit that subscribe button before we go. All right, everybody, we're heading off to Brody's. Let's rock over there. Thank you, David. Appreciate you, brother. And thank you, Public Chill. Very kind. All right, everyone, have a great one. Enjoy some Brody. Go check him out and subscribe to his channel.